They're seeing this silver pickup truck being stopped by the police. They were being told that it was reckless driver going on the wrong side of the road before coming to this stop right now, and we're all watching it unfold right now on News Now from Fox. But you can see Chopper now showing us the fire there in the distance as well. So the chopper pilot very busy and active right now here in California. So you got a fire off in the distance. You also have this police standoff just miles away as well. Let's go back to that lower. Okay, here we go. Unfortunately, that driver has decided to make it a chase once again.
This trailer is just being drugged by this truck and sending off sparks. So we're going to have this problem all the way up PCH here as we continue westbound coming into Malibu with this vehicle. It's just throwing out massive amount of sparks behind it. You really can't see it during the day, but the officers on the ground are talking about it. He's going by some parked cars there, very close with that trailer swinging around behind it. You can see the left front tire of that trailer is down. The right rear is the only one holding it up, and on the other side, the tires are pretty much completely gone because he's been slinging this thing around the street here on Topanga Canyon, now on the PCH. You see how he's whipping into that center divider, and that trailer is just swinging wild behind that truck.
The fire that could have been caused by this individual right here, this driver, as he was getting too close with that trailer, and it could have sparked a fire there out on the roadway. So we'll continue to follow this all for you right here. Soon we're going to get from our sister station in just a moment, Fox 11, with the coverage.
You just don't want to see that heavy truck going into oncoming traffic, people just driving, enjoying the Pacific Coast Highway, and have this monster vehicle just heading right towards them. Now, that trailer, definitely a problem. Is it going to fall off? I doubt it. Those are designed to be held on very, very tightly and very securely. That safety is a big deal for those types of trailers. And then on top of that, it's designed to carry a lot of weight. Right now, there's not that much. There's nothing in it. It is just the trailer itself. Driver, look at him. He's just enjoying his latte right now. And this just really, really, really concerns me because he is definitely taking other people's lives, or if not injuring other people. This could go south very quickly. People could get hurt.
Hey, Stu, a couple of takeaways. There seems to be a logo, maybe a work emblem on the side, driver's side there. So looks like obviously a work truck of some sort. And then also written, it says, "I got this."
I got this. Yeah, we saw that too when we first arrived there on scene. I was just glad it wasn't any kind of profanity. Now he's getting into that center lane. Now remember, when we started this, he was stopped. That vehicle was completely stopped. LAPD was there, and they had that vehicle surrounded. They won't get in front of it. That's definitely, that is going to be a complete no-no. A big vehicle like that could be a dangerous weapon against law enforcement.
The last thing you want to do is rush this and cause an incident to where that's not really that, necessary. There's no reason to rush up on him right now. And based on my experience as 30 years in law enforcement, yeah, time. You just got to remember, let the adrenaline run out of you. You've had a pretty good pursuit here over the hill and up west on PCH. So now it's time to sit back, the watch commander, and also the on-scene sergeant and incident commander will take over and start directing the officers where he needs them, what he needs them to do, and get everybody to slow it down just a bit because, as I always say, time is on their hands. There's no reason to rush it. And it is all up to the driver in that car as how this thing ends. So ends peacefully, gets out with his hands, or they bring an armored truck, armored vehicles to be able to block him in. And at that point, negotiations will start again. And if that doesn't work, then probably chemical agents will be deployed to encourage him to get out of that car.
Backup obviously is pretty thick in both directions.
Actually, I'm happy to know it's starting to really back up from Surfer Beach over to Pepperdine University. You can see that the southbound lanes really starting to build over there, and then the northbound lanes probably about the same amount. They haven't made any traffic breaks yet. Maybe the Sheriff's Department or California Highway Patrol might come in and basically tell these people, you're going to have to make a U-turn, find an alternate way to get around until this comes to an end. Because right now, this is kind of a it's not kind of, it is a standoff situation. That driver holds all the cards. If he doesn't get out of the vehicle, then he's not going to get out of the vehicle. If he drives away, everything is really kind of up to that suspect right there.
Captain, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm here.
Okay. How big is the fire in Topanga Canyon, and do we know how it started at this point? Is it connected to this chase?
LA County units got on scene just after 2 p.m. Of a brush fire in the vicinity of Topanga and Entrada in Topanga. We got approximately 1 acre right now. Units are on scene and actively fighting this fire that you're showing right now.
Are you having to use the air assault on this fire?
That's correct. We've got helicopters, and we've also ordered up fixed wing to assist with this. So we anticipate their arrival here shortly.
And are you at least optimistic as far as the ability to get this knocked down and out fairly quickly?
Yeah, we definitely want to get our resources in there, get some aircraft on that, do some water drops, and as soon as we can get this, get the head of this fire, the better off we'll be. We want to make sure that once again we hit it with all we've got, keep this thing as small as we can, especially anticipating the winds to increase later on today.
How helpful has this marine layer been for a lot of these firefighters out there? Does it provide quite a big break for you?
Yeah, we're getting some break, but we got to understand that all the vegetation is still extremely dry. We're coming off of several days of high heat, low humidities. Right now we're getting a little bit of a break from last night and into this today. We've got some haze and some coverage, but we can't let our guards down. We definitely have to be prepared, and we know that a fire like this can take off.
Certainly appreciate everything that the fire department has been doing at multiple fire departments, because you see the gear that they have to wear in that heat. It's been just an amazing situation to watch.
Yeah, we've been battling fires throughout Southern California, and even sending some resources up north to help out. And with this extreme heat activity and getting units on the ground, you can imagine we're experiencing some actually dangerous conditions as far as our firefighting personnel and the exertion that's put into this work.
All right, well, Captain Ron Harrelson, we really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us from LA County Fire, and best of luck to you, and we're all praying for you, everybody to stay safe.
Thank you. Be safe.
Thank you.
And while we were talking with Captain Harrelson, you could see a little bit of a turn here in what's going on for what had been a laissez-faire standoff. The person didn't seem to show much agitation, and then all of a sudden, just within the past few minutes, ripping his shirt off, hitting his rear view mirror, throwing his shirt up onto the dashboard, and then even more troubling, starting to move the vehicle forward again. This is breaking news. We've interrupted programming here at 2:42 to cover the end, or we think, end of a pursuit, which is now on PCH. But we told you a moment ago when you heard from LA County Fire Captain Ron Harrelson, this person was driving southbound on Topanga through the canyon and then ended up on PCH, started heading north. The tires on that truck are just burned off, so the truck is skidding all over the road. Now apparently he's taken his shoes off and has his feet propped up in the window, and he is very much at ease with his current lot. But he is not happy with
his hands.
he's not happy with whatever he is being told.
On the right-hand side, I believe that is the fire that's burning in Topanga Canyon. Yeah, so you see a big plume of smoke rising from there. So it's grown. All that dry brush for the last 2 weeks, it's been in 100+ degree weather. So
I would think that the single biggest thing in their favor right now is this marine layer has stuck around a little bit through the day.
You can see those officers right there. They have made calls. They are looking to get some more qualified people out here that are with standoff type of situations. And you can see some of the folks, these are residents out here. They made their way out to take a look out the door. And those officers are basically telling them, hey, look, you know what, this is not a sightseeing type of situation. You need to get back inside your homes. You need to be in an area away from here.
I don't see any evidence of a tire there, and we can see all the sparks coming off that right rear. So yeah, it looks like he drove all the tires right off the right side. So yeah, maybe it is the anchor that's keeping him here and keeping him from moving. But man, he was doing a good job with it coming down Topanga Canyon, dragging it, and we didn't see any tires or wheels come off by the time we got here. So yeah, he was pulling a pretty good load. and you can see the TC damage on the front of the car there. He's hit that right front, the step rail is gone, ripped off from the side, so he's pretty much abused this truck quite a bit here during this pursuit.
Marla, you were talking about it, 7 acres, that's going to be quite a time for them to do the mop-up, and there goes something out the window right there. And apparently now we're hearing that this also might have something to do with domestic, which just adds to everything. A lot of folks being inconvenienced this afternoon out here on Pacific Coast Highway. There's huge amounts of cars in both directions, and we're actually starting to see some people getting out of their vehicles. Nobody making their way over here or close enough because the law enforcement will not let them, clearly, because it is a dangerous situation. And if shots are fired, they don't want to have any civilians in this area.
Well, is this one of those situations, as we zoom to see more of the backup there, that people are actually making U-turns to head back southbound because they literally have nowhere to go? Oh, yeah, we see that right there. There we go.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, right now, that's probably the smart move, even if you have to go way out of your way, because there's no telling how long that this is going to be going on. And it may be going on for quite some time. We've seen these go for hours, well into the night sometimes, because, like I said, law enforcement, they're just going to wait this guy out. He's definitely holding all the cards right now. Hopefully, probably, most likely not armed, but definitely that vehicle is definitely a very heavy vehicle, could create a lot of damage, and that's what they're trying to avoid right now. This guy, he's not racing through the streets, thank goodness, because when that trailer was whipping around, I tell you, every time I could just see that thing fishtailing out and hitting a vehicle or just turning this into something else. There we go. There we go. They're making their move up there. And again, these guys, some of them have guns, and other ones have the less than lethal, but it really looks like they're just walking over, helping that gentleman out of the car, and bringing this thing to an end. Thank goodness. Hi, Marla?
Yeah, that was sudden.
That was sudden, wasn't it? That was it. And look at that. It actually, in the end, was very peaceful. He's not even really putting up a fight. He basically just put his hands up, and they carried him out of the vehicle, helping him up.